Think like a snake. That's the advice given to me after struggling with this game for hours. Snake Pass is a 3D platformer, but since the main character is a snake, there is absolutely no jumping in this game. And that's what's so special about Snake Pass. It's a different take on the platforming genre, and it works surprisingly well. Most of the time. The premise of Snake Pass is simple. Collect all 3 keys that unlock the portal and exit the level. But as a snake, collecting these keys is not as easy as it sounds. Towards the beginning of the game, there shouldn't be much difficulty grabbing the keys, but as the game progresses, the difficulty ramps up tremendously, but not unfairly. Since Noodle, the main character, can't jump, the developers had to get creative when making the platforming go vertical. A lot of times, that's something as simple as a structure of sticks that Noodle can weave in and out of. And the whole time, think like a snake was in my head. The level design is where Snake Pass shines the most. After playing so many platformers, the formula has gotten quite stale, but the way Snake Pass is designed is so fresh and new, and it makes playing it that much more interesting. A combination of moving platforms, lava, and minor puzzles make for a fun, quirky experience. What's nice is that there is almost always a convenient shortcut unlocked at the end of the level that helps the player get back to the portal. Future 3D platformers should take notes, especially with the water sections. Water levels are sometimes regarded as the least enjoyable sections in many games of this genre, but in Snake Pass, Noodle controls with no issues during the underwater sections. The main challenge with Snake Pass is with the controls. Since most 3D platformers consist of playing as a human or human-like character, playing this will come as a totally new experience. But once the aha moment kicks in, it's totally satisfying to reach the top of a seemingly impossibly high structure. Visually, the game doesn't stand out too much, but it's not offensive looking. It's akin to a Banjo-Kazooie or other 90s platformer. The flat-colored art style may be a turnoff to some players because it doesn't stand out much. Although, since the art style has flat, bright colors, it makes it so that the game won't look awful in 20 years. Snake Pass is totally worth the money at the $20 price point too. There are plenty of levels, and even some that can take up to 30 minutes to complete due to the complexity of the puzzles. And after a level is finished, a time trial mode is unlocked for that level. Plus, each level has dozens of hidden collectibles scattered throughout. The Switch version of this game is not much different than the other versions, although the game definitely looks better when playing in handheld mode, as most games do. What stands out with this is how developer Sumo Digital strikes a balance of simple gameplay yet complex mechanics. I didn't think the formula of a 3D platformer could be changed so much, but this is one of the most unique in recent memory. And even if the controls don't always feel as good as one would hope, it's easy to overlook, especially due to the fact that the developers were trying something new. That being said, having a more robust tutorial that explains the controls would work to the game's advantage. Many players may give up at first, thinking that the controls are bad, when all they really need to do is think like a snake. Snake Pass is a new take on the 3D platforming genre, and Sumo deserves credit for at least trying to do something new, even if it doesn't always feel great. With a lack of a proper tutorial, the game may come across as too hard, which is unfortunate because there is a good game in here. I give Snake Pass a 6.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And subscribing is mutually beneficial. I get more views, and you get notified when I put out a new video, so you should do that. Take care.